Great lead in here because this week the federal government announced the obesity rate in 2 to 5-year-olds has been cut nearly in half over the past decade. And while that is good news, Dr. Erin Carroll with UW Health Pediatric Fitness has a word of caution in all of this. Doctor, thanks for being here. First of all, tell us about this study and why is childhood obesity in that age range especially so important to avoid?
Well, so this is a study that just came out this week, and this is really based on data that's done every year by the government. Sampling is done of children and adults to learn about height and weight and blood pressure and to really get a sense of what's going on around the country. And in some ways it was exciting because some of the data showed that in one segment of children the rates had gone down. But it's important to caution this, the good with the bad, that overall the rates haven't really changed. So I think there's still a little bit of concern.
And this is really important. These are formative years and these are going to have health effects down the line.
Right.
Yeah.
So the one area that was sort of trumpeted in the news with this decrease was 2 to 5-year-olds, so preschoolers, a marked decrease of 43%. However, none of the other ages really changed, and the group themselves who does this talks about how some of the ways they sampled children this year was a little bit different. So it does bring into some question how different the numbers really are.
Right. We have 1 minute left, and your concerns here, you point out that childhood obesity rates are still very high, as you just mentioned, and then another concern, minority children.
Right. So some of the ways that they've changed this year is how they sampled kids, and I think it's still important to realize that childhood obesity rates are still very high, and also it affects minority children more in certain subsets of kids. And so we still want to be very actively promoting lots of important things to help address this issue.
Infrastructure changes in the 30 seconds we have left. What do you mean? We need more of that,
Well, I think we need more in our environment that helps promote healthy choices. So our schools, we've mentioned here some changes of school lunches or even the park system, but the more we can have communities and schools and work sites promoting healthy lifestyles really helps all of this.
So important. Dr. Erin Carroll, UW Health Pediatric Fitness. Thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it. And
Pleasure.
We're right back with a final check of the forecast with Amy after